Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back. Brennan again. You are watching the fourth day of the cube, which is a bodybuilding day, and I don't typically film this. Now the way this is set up is to attack some weak points or do whatever you feel like doing. So that's exactly what I did. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so I started the day with overhead press, as I have the tendency to do on most of these bodybuilding style days. It's something that Brandon Lilly suggests in the cube book itself, as well as I find that it just really helps me because my overhead press isn't all that, and it hopefully will translate some to my bench as well. So I did 3 sets of 10 on this today. I kept it static. I did 3 sets of everything this day. The rep ranged a bit from anywhere from 10 to 15 reps. So after I did my 3 working sets of that, I moved on to pendlay rows. Now this is something that I don't do a ton of, but I was just working on my explosiveness here, as you can see. So again, I'm not using overly heavy weights, but I did 3 sets of this as well, as I already mentioned, for 12 reps each on this. And my goal was to bring the weight completely down to the ground and then explode back up and get a good contraction in my rows here. So after doing that, I moved on to some incline dumbbell bench press. I'm using 80 pounds here, did 3 sets of 15. Today I had the tendency to do a push, then a pull, then a push, then a pull, and so forth. I just found it better that way than doing, let's say, push, 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 and pull, pull, pull. That way I gave myself a little bit of time to recover, because sometimes some of these muscle groups that I'm working are somewhat similar. Now again, the way these days work, you can really focus on weak point training, and normally, in that case, I would do calves. However, this gym does not have any calf machines, so I'm going to do this tomorrow on my off day just as an added bonus at the other gym I belong to. I felt like doing some shrugs as well. Instead of hitting my ass or my dick, what I decided to do is some seated dumbbell shrugs, and I really like these a lot. I find these are a lot tougher than just doing standing dumbbell shrugs. Plus, with this, I get a really good contraction in my traps, going really heavy, really isolate that, and I try to squeeze at the top for a second or two, and I look really constipated, like I'm taking a deuce in this video. Side observation, sorry about that. I then moved on to some tricep work, so just doing some cable work here. Although again, with these cables, like I mentioned in my video from squats last week, these machines here are all done by air compression, so it's really interesting to see. However, I did 3 sets of 15 here, and I think I used 75 pounds. So again, nothing overly heavy, just working on getting that work in. So that brings us to the last exercise of the day. Again, 3 sets of standing alternating dumbbell curls. Curls for the girls, got to do these a little bit. I hardly ever train arms anymore, and it's something I really need to do, only because who doesn't want some guns to the gun show? No one wants to go to the gun show and see a little pea shooter. So need to be working on these a little bit. So again, not going overly heavy with weight, but by the 3rd set here, my arms were feeling it, which was good. I also got some of those veins going on, so I guess the cut could be going well, you might say. But again, 3 sets of 12 in total, so I did 24 reps, but 12 each arm. And that really much ended it for the day. I should say I did a little bit of cardio beforehand on the elliptical machine. I did some foam rolling as well. This is also a refeed day for me, so I'm going to try to film that. But if you don't see a video, it means I got lazy and didn't end up doing it. In the meantime, everybody, thanks so much for watching. And as always, stay big.